We not grow roses, no, we sell emotions.
Happiness and joy and love, this is what we bring with flowers.
We've learned to listen to the customer, we've learned to listen to the expectations, and we've learned to deliver on the expectations.
The horticulture industry in Kenya is a big player in the economy. We export from this country an average of 360 tons of flowers. This is cut flowers and ornamentals every day. About 80% is headed to the European Union, where we command 40% of the market share. Every other person who is our competitor then share out the rest of the 60%. We are among the few Kenyan industries that over the last 10 years have recorded double digits in terms of growth every year.
The main thing in Kenya is the climate, the year-round climate conditions. You know, we're very blessed to be able to grow our products year-round and grow them in the customer specification and the quality and quantity needed.
Our number one advantage is the ethos, the workforce that we have. 70% of our workforce is women. The flower industry in Kenya employs over 200,000 people directly. And so if you look at our workforce of about 10 million Kenyans, you see that we have a sizable share in terms of provision of employment. Almost 2 million people depend on this industry in terms of providing service. And so when you look at those numbers in a family of about 5-6 people, then you realize that the numbers have grown to almost 8 people who depend on every individual who works within the flower industry.
The key thing with the flowers is the sensitive nature of flowers. They are perishable. So from the point they're harvested to the point they're delivered, they need to be kept in a certain condition to make sure the end user receives a perfect product. The logistics are broad-based, involving multiple parties. You've got the shipper, which is the farm, you've got the tracking element, you've got the freight forwarding agent, and the airline ground handling agent. Then the airline steps in and does the carriage from the origin up to the destination.
Right from harvesting, every movement of the flower in terms of handling has ramification on the temperature, and most of the time, if you're not careful, then the temperature is likely to rise. We are trying to limit as much handling as possible so that it's not changing hands, because every time you have a stage where it's handled differently, then you're likely to lose the temperature. Right from the farm, we have a truck that goes straight into the cold chain at the airport, and there all the things can be done under one roof.
Kenya Airports Authority plays a very key role in terms of facilitation of cargo through Jomo Kenyatta Airport. We have 5 transit sheds. These transit sheds are licensed by Kenya Airports Authority to process cargo in order to ensure that cargo gets to its destination without breaking the cold chain. Our volumes have kept on growing. We are right now doing about 350 tons of cargo through Jomo Kenyatta Airport, and flowers and fresh produce exports take a big chunk of the exports.
Saudia Cargo is the leading freighter carrier operating to and from Nairobi. The strength and success of Saudia Cargo has been its scheduling integrity and reliability. Again, we've got good on-time performance, what we call OTP. The exporters know that Saudia Cargo will depart on time from Nairobi and arrive in Europe on time to deliver their flowers as promised. Our strict controls on cool management process has also enabled us to entrench ourselves with our customers who see that we are sensitive to their needs. The commitment to the Kenyan horticultural sector has been our significant 300% increase in capacity from 2011 to 2018. We also have dependable response to to the market demand during the flower peak periods, where we deploy the extra charter flights as required.
We have a very good relationship with Saudi Cargo through Freight Wings, our sister company. We're very strong connected with Saudi, and we use them to the various destinations going into Europe.
On the whole, the future is bright based on the future expansion plans and the positive forecasts in the Kenyan industry. As Saudi Cargo, we will remain well entrenched as a leading carrier in this market, and will focus on maintaining that leadership position in line with the growth with the industry. I think as an airline, we feel we're an integral part of that sensitive nature and sort of ensuring the affection or whatever is associated with those flowers is delivered.
Saudi Cargo and Kenya Flower Industry partnerships spans for nearly 2 decades. It began in the early 2000s when we provided this flower industry with an ad hoc once-a-week charter freighter flight. By 2010, Kenya became one of our prime business routes in Africa, operating scheduled freighter flights 3 times a week. And this is substantially contributing to its multi-billion flower industry that supports 2 million jobs. Today, Saudi Cargo operates 7 flights a week from Nairobi to Europe, apart from 6 extra section flights every year, specially dedicated to the flower movement. At Saudi Cargo, our job is not only about hauling cargo, we are here to support communities and economies. The Kenyan flower industry is forecasted to prosper in the coming few years. Saudi Cargo will be there to deliver happiness.